G'day guys, welcome to my Bonzo channel and this week's Laughaholics. Today I thought I'd do something different, and I'm going to give you 3 jokes, and they're all related to going to heaven. So the first one, there's a couple of guys. They're waiting at the pearly gates, and one guy, he turns to the other one and he says, "Mate, how exactly did you die?" And the other guy says, "Oh, I froze to death." And he says, "Man, that's awful. How did that feel?" He said, "Well, I got to admit, it's pretty uncomfortable at first. You start off with the shakes and you're feeling really cold, and then all of a sudden it starts to get more painful as your fingers and your toes start to really ache. But then after that, it's not too bad a way to go. You go numb, and then you just sort of drift off." And he turns to the other guy and says, "How about you? How did you die?" He says, "Oh man, I had a heart attack. So I knew my wife was cheating on me. So I came home unexpectedly one day and I run upstairs, but there she was sitting on the bed just knitting. I knew that wasn't on, so I ran downstairs and had a look around there. There's nothing there. So then I run down to the cellar. No, there's nothing down the cellar. I run upstairs again and looked in all the rooms. There's still nothing. Then I figured, shit, the prick must be hiding up on the attic. So I start to run up the attic, and then I had a heart attack and I died." And the first guy looks at it and says, "Man, that's really ironic." And the other guy says, "What do you mean?" He says, "Mate, if you had only just looked in the freezer, we'd both still be alive." In the next one is St. Peter. He's walking around showing a couple of new recruits to heaven, where everything is. Laurie and Herbert there, and they died of a nice old age, so they're getting shown the ropes, and St. Peter says, "And here's your condo, and just around the corner there's one of the best tennis courts you'll ever see. Everything's there, the greens are immaculate. Doesn't matter where you go, you can get refreshments anytime you want." It says, "Then it doesn't matter where you go in heaven, it is the best place to be. Best food, best refreshments, best entertainment, you just can't go wrong." And the old guy turns to his wife and says, "We could have been here years and years earlier if you only just had to put us on that stupid oatmeal diet." And finally, Jesus is walking through heaven, and he sees this old man, and he's sitting there, and he's sad as you could believe, and he's staring forlornly into the distance. And Jesus says to the old man, says, "Why so sad? You're in heaven. This is the best place to be." And the old guy says, "Well, I had one of the best sons ever while I was on earth, and then I lost him. And I thought that finally when I would come to heaven, I would meet up with him. And no matter how much I've looked and looked and looked, I just can't find him anywhere." And then Jesus has this thumping sensation in his heart, and he bends down to the old man and he says, "Father?" And the old man looks at him and says, "Pinocchio?" And that's it, guys. I really hope you like these jokes. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with everybody. I can't wait to see you for my next week's Laughaholics, because I do one every week. But that's not going to happen unless you subscribe. You can do that down below. Just hit the subscribe button. But don't forget, if you don't click on the bell and select all, you just won't get notifications of my future videos. As always, guys, loved having you here. I can't wait to see you next week. Until then, look after yourself and stay safe. Peter from my Bonzo channel signing off. Catch you later, guys.